Welcome back, YouTube, to my 100% playthrough of Harvest Moon DS. Now, you may have already guessed it because of where I am starting this video, but we are going to get the last sitting in the spring and using it for an hour sprite. We're gonna get the last one. I don't know when. It was kind of roughly around this time because, of course, the sprite came up surprisingly. I'm a little, I really don't like that my count was wrong on my notepad, so I may have to double check all the sprites, make sure I have the ones crossed off that should be crossed off on my notepad, because I've also had difficulties with technology today, which honestly can't be that much of a surprise, but because of that, I may have to cross-check sprites, and you guys are just going to be here for the rest of the day to go see Leia. I did forget to see Leia last week. Not bad. And since then, we may have gotten rid of... The rest of our chickens may have gone to see the Witch Princess, by the way. May have gone there. And in that time, we may have lost a lot of progress with Leia. Since I did not see her last week, I think to check. So... we're all gonna find out together. And the reason why I figured I'd just let us do it together here with you guys with me, is because I want to make sure that the several days that I have skipped so far since the last recording is a safe place to ensure that I'm not gonna get the fishing sprite either. I would love to get this fishing sprite, but you guys, since Tuesday nights are the only nights that I technically fish, because of just, I don't want to waste any more time when I'm trying to skip days. Okay, not yet. Who knows, maybe because of the okay, because like, technically I had problems with both computers, and it kind of makes me wonder if it's just one or the other, or if it's the Elgato thing that I use. But when I went to go plug it in so I could just record real quick what it was, the game crashed, and it kicked me back 2 days. So at least with what happened last week and what happened today, there we go. I can for sure say that if the game crashes, I lose whatever I had worked on. So I did lose 2 days of work, so I had to redo that again. Look! It's Sachi! I don't know how to say their name, but we got them. We got them. Now, the only things that are left with the healing team is actually being healed by the team, which we won't be able to do until I get the fishing sprites done. I made it back. Thanks for bringing me back, Nick. I'll be useful and give you my help. So there we go, guys. We got another sprite. I don't have to sit in this spring anymore for a ridiculous amount of time. Oh yeah, and then they're back on the beach. I did use a little bit of money, by the way, like a little bit of extra money. Obviously, the amount that I have proves, well, I mean, the amount that I always have definitely proves that it's not that big of a deal to send these guys here. But I figured at least still spending 1 week here would be good to just make sure we have all our money. Time to fish. With you guys here, can I not accidentally catch the legendary fish? Or the kingfish, not legendary, kingfish. So I can catch all of my fish. I do love that they all hate me, though, because I've been using them so much. That is funny that if you overuse the sprites, they're like, I don't like you anymore. You're making us work every day. Well, I work every day to keep this farm a happy home. And I'm not even happy some days because of technology, or just because of my luck. So... guess what, sprites? You're gonna be in just hot water as I am. Oh my god, I was about to say, if I don't catch a freaking fish. We're still not there yet, and I also meant to hold it down to 6. The 6 charge, so. Anyway, we're still not at 50,000 fish. My life. I know they're trying their hardest, and they really hate me, but I wish they'd do better. Oh, and before my game crashed, this Tuesday was a sunny day, and I did try the Lumina and the Rock Rival event again at the Sprite Tree, of course. The third year 3 one. I tried that hard event, that rival event. It didn't work. So I am going to try one more sunny Saturday or just try next year to see if I can get the sunny Saturday because I'm pretty sure at this point... okay, whoops. Sprite scared me. It's fine. I think at this point, like, I'm either going to get it on Saturday, because I'm pretty sure we're up to the last one. But since I cannot remember myself exactly which hard events, rival hard events that we've seen with Rock and Lumina, I'm only going to try for a sunny Saturday. I might try for a sunny Tuesday if I'm really desperate. If the Saturday doesn't work, I might try one more sunny Tuesday just to see. But yeah, that'll be obviously in the 5th year. We'll try that. I don't know though. I don't know if it's gonna happen. But as news, she did come give me chocolates that day. Only chocolates though, which is pretty fair because with all of those chickens going to the Witch Princess, we got knocked down. I think she was at a yellow heart, right? I think she was at yellow or orange. She might have been only yellow. It got knocked down exponentially. It was purple. So that's why when we... That's why I think when we see Leia, we might be in trouble. The last time we saw her, guys, she was at yellow. Remember that. She was at yellow. Hey, how much do you hate me? Woo! Still yellow! Thank God nobody snitched on me. Nobody snitched on me last week when I missed seeing her. Nobody said how bad of a terrible farmer I am. Ho! We're not losing track on her, at least. Thank goodness. Will you spend the Starry Night Festival with me? Can I come over to your house? Oh... This is I love the fact that this ends up being on the 23rd because of how late you see her, or how late you have to see her. Ah, guys, the Witch Princess won't look wrong at it, right? It's not like we're dating or anything. That's great. I'm looking forward to it, huh? How am I getting there? I'll ask Daryl, so don't worry. Yeah. Woo! Okay, maybe that'll also help us get up with friendship with her. So it's not honestly that much of a loss, I would say. But that means you guys might as well just stay for another day. Because now we're having somebody else come over. I don't remember how to trigger the Starry Night Festival. I think it's just after 6 p.m., right? I think it's just after 6 p.m. Let me check, though. Winter, Starry Night. Enter your farmhouse after 6. Okay. Shit. Well, we don't have another day, though, to waste in the spring. We don't have to waste in the spring. We don't have to get pruny. So I guess I'll just... No. So I guess I'll just, Oh, wait, what's the weather gonna be? I guess I'll just, waste away in front of my farmhouse so the time ticks by. And, again, I'm pretty sure the Witch Princess will understand. Because unlike in the newer... No, not even the newer ones, because the Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, you can date everybody. You can say, yeah, let's date everybody without any consequences. Tale of Two Towns, Stardew Valley are the only two that can come to my mind of farming simulators that I've played that you technically can't date everybody before you decide on who you want to marry. So that's good. Good for me. Because I'm also very indecisive. And I kind of like this better, because then it gives me a chance... Oh, wait, no, you guys don't actually need to see this day. The Starry Night Festival's technically tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, you know what, guys? Never mind. You're gonna be back here today. Today! Because guess who decided to show up? Chammy. Chammy showed up. Man, I'll take 2 sprites at the end of this. Toward the end of this frickin'... As far as we've gotten, I'll take 2 sprites again in one day. I'll take it. I'll take it all damn day long. So welcome, Chammy. The 300 wool. Collected with those shears. I made it back. Thanks for bringing me back, Nick. I'll be useful. Give me my help. So, Jesus, guys, maybe I'll just keep you around. Maybe I'll just keep you around. It's fine. I'll also explain, since I am going to keep you guys here, because, I mean, at this point, I might as well just do the recording here, okay? I might as well. I was going to wait and try to get to the spring, but obviously, by looking at my day of Winter 23, I didn't do a whole lot of playing like I thought I was going to get up to while I was had a few days extra off from work. The holiday and everything kind of took up a lot more time than I thought, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. It happens, right? Sometimes you're just not in the mood to play the game. But anyway, we have pregnant sheep. They're all out of the top left barn. Those are all the pregnant sheep that I had. But at the time, I only had 5 barns available to me. So I wanted to get all 4 sheep that were in the one place pregnant. So that's what I did. I got them all pregnant, but like all in the same barn. So then that way they could all stay with the same shearing schedule. But you guys cannot make them all pregnant in the same barn because you can't move them. Once they're pregnant, you cannot physically move that sheep, but you can move them into different barns. And as you can see, have 5 animals in one barn because there's enough feeding bins for a pregnant animal and for regular animals. So you can, if you don't have room, or you're trying to make room, or trying to like move things around, or whatever it is, you have space. You do have space, especially if you're like waiting on the barn or something to be done, like how I was doing and all that. It's good. Now, I put my 4 sheep, I left 1 in the top left barn, I put 1 with the cows, I put 1 in this barn, and then I put 1 in the bottom left barn. The problem I ran into the very next day, I did not save though. I did not save the game when I went to bed because I was terrified of something going wrong with the fact that I was putting a 5th animal inside these barns, even though they were pregnant. I walked into this barn, because this is the usual barn that I walk to first, right? No pregnant sheep. I was terrified. I checked all of my barns. Wait, have I been? Yeah, I fed those guys. I checked all of my barns. Everybody was where they needed to be, except for that 1 sheep. So I was mortified and worried because I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't save because at this point, it looked like it deleted a sheep of mine. And as you can see in here, I mean, you already probably saw a peek at it. We have the 5th one here too. So like, it was fine, right? Oh wait. It was going great. And then I could not think of where the hell, yes, it is a gold barn. I could not think of where the hell that other sheep went. Apparently it put it here. In the barn that was completed before the other one was. I didn't expect that because I did not put a sheep in here. I did not. It moved the sheep from the bottom right barn to this barn, which is totally fine. But I wish the game would have given me a heads up on what it was doing, so I didn't spend a couple minutes panicking and thinking that a sheep just randomly got deleted. That was a very stressful time. But I did prove that if you want to have 5 animals or do like more than 1 animal in one barn being pregnant, as long as you move that animal to the barn you wish the pregnant animal to go, then you can get it pregnant in there and it will go to the pregnant box and everything will run normal, everything will run fine, just in case if you are worried about that as well. Or if you want to try to just get a bunch of animals pregnant at once. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want the animals that are in one particular barn, more than 1 at a time being pregnant, like I did. I don't know how often people actually want to do that. But if you want to do that, you can. It's possible. The game allows it. Just so you know. But be wary, if you do have an open barn... If you do have an open barn that doesn't obviously have full capacity, I think the first cow... Well, it definitely wasn't the first cow, because my first cow that I got pregnant was the one that was in the original barn where all the sheep came from. I'm pretty sure it was the sheep that I moved last, because I did move that sheep into the bottom left barn last. So I'm gonna assume that the last one that was pregnant, if there is a space in a barn that is not at full capacity, it will move it over there. So no worries, no stress. At least the game doesn't randomly delete animals. Oh yeah, and again, just in case if you did not get it, I did make the 2 new barns gold. Just for shits and giggles. Hey, maybe that's another reason why people hate me. Because I made it gold. But I think that when I was reading in the... What was it? In the game? Reading the guide a couple of times, it didn't say that you would lose out. No, she's fine. She doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't need to know. I think, I don't know why I'm sitting in here. It's really not worth it. Oh my god. My brain is dead. Stuffing things. Yeah, honestly, why am I sleeping? Why am I doing this? I'm no longer giving a present to the baby sprite. Wait, though. The sprites are already down. The sprites are already down at the beach. Oh my god, have I just been plowing through the days that much? Maybe. Help. Help. I haven't thought that I have. Maybe I accidentally placed them all at the... Maybe I accidentally placed them there twice on accident. I wouldn't have meant to, but I think I accidentally did. Frickin' baby sprite. I guess I could technically cross-check my list. We have all the red team. Don't know how many that is. I have all the orange. I'm looking for a purple. Indigo? Yeah, the 50. So as long as I don't have Tricky, I don't. Purple, blue, red. Oh, did I already pass the... God damn it. Purple, blue, red. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, I don't have... Olé. Blue and purple is all I have left. I don't have Whitney, Juna, or Sante. And then I don't have Patty. Okay, so... Again, the only reason why I had to do that is because of all the times that... Apparently I've had computer issues. I lost track of... See, my fishing team is almost, like, maxed out with... stuff, too. I cannot believe I skipped that many. Alright, well, to the waterfall. For 7 days. Thank you. But yeah. I had to check to make sure my list was still matching with what was happening in the game. Because of that. Since my count for the spring got so messed up, I don't even know where or how, but it did. It did. It happens. At least this time around, I can tell you this time around, I didn't reach 0 like I did with the first spring. I had 22 times left in the spring left on my count. So thankfully I was the other way this time around on being wrong with the number, where I thought I still had to sit in there more than I had to. We did have one day where it wanted us to, where it did have a snowstorm. We only had one so far this season, which has been kind of nice. It's given me a break. It's been very nice. Oh, well, tomorrow it's snowing. So maybe we can see if the Saturday event will work if it's sunny. I am not going to try to force it because, like I said, if it happened while I was in winter, cool. If it didn't happen while I was in winter, I feel like the best bet to see if we can get them married will probably happen next year. Oh! Oh, I'm also so glad that when my computer decided to crash... No, not crash. When my computer decided to freeze, and then when I tried to connect everything up while the game was open, and the game decided to crash, I didn't get ragey or, like, too much... I didn't have my ADHD rage set in, because after all that happened, we had the people that clean our apartment building come in. Now, which normally, you know, nobody would really hear them all that much outside of maybe the vacuum from the hallway, right? It's not like they purposely come and make a lot of noise. But because my building, or my landlord, or however you put it, you know, just the person that is not even landlord, it's more like the manager that's here in place of the corporation that owns the building. Isn't it great? When I reported that the door slower, I don't know, the thing that actually, like, helps make sure that it doesn't slam against walls and stuff, and actually, it does make the door a little bit heavier. And I don't know if it's a fire safety hazard or something, or not, or it's just a... What's the word I'm looking for? Or it's an amenity? I can't believe I have to say that. Or if it's an amenity to make sure that the door doesn't slam against your apartment wall? I don't know. But when I told him about it, I even, like, put in a full-ass repair request. It hadn't gotten fixed, and at this point, I don't even know how many years it's been. Because it's been years since it's been a problem. It doesn't bother me all the time, and honestly, a lot of the people that live here are very good about making sure that they don't slam the door, unless they're like me, forget about it, carrying stuff, whatever, it happens. But when the cleaners came through, right after I had that 2 issues with each computer, I was very upset. Because it didn't even happen once. It happened like 3 fucking times in a row of them slamming the door against my apartment wall. Which, I guess you can't technically say is my apartment wall. It's just, you know, my apartment is obviously the one that's facing next to the stairs. And so since that's where the door is, it's technically the stairwell wall, but it's also my wall. I don't know how better to explain it. But yeah, it almost made me ADHD rage. And then I don't know if I don't think they did hear me, because genuinely, I don't think I can get loud enough like I've heard some people's apartments be with their TV or music to actually be heard out in the hallway. But I let loose the C word that YouTube and everywhere definitely don't like. I definitely let loose that word after the very last time that they let it slam against the wall. And you know what? It's been quiet since. They were probably done with their work, okay? It's not because they heard me. It was most likely they were done with their work. But it could be a coincidence. It might not be that much of a coincidence. Or it might be a coincidence. I don't know. Either way. Sorry if you heard me say that word. I try not to say it on stream. Recording. Definitely not on stream. It has happened, obviously, a couple of times. My favorite one, though, is always... My favorite when I let loose the word, and honestly, I'm kind of wondering if it was the first time that I ever did let it loose out on stream, was when I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Because I got to the point where I saw the Oracle, the prophet lady. Basically, she's one that steals a baby and makes like a whole big deal about it and then tries to kill the baby. Or give us like a choice of killing the baby or getting her. I don't exactly remember everything that happened there, but that lady, I'm pretty sure if you played Assassin's Creed Odyssey or watched somebody play it, that might actually be like seared into your mind of who I'm talking about. Obviously, her name don't mean shit to me, but yeah. When that whole baby thing came about in the burning building, could have even been a church for all I care. Yeah, that word came out. And like I said, I don't remember if that was the first time that I did it or not. But man, am I so glad that I have never done it, at least with these YouTube recordings. And I'm definitely gonna keep trying not to. Because it's a freaking farming simulator game I'm playing. I shouldn't even be getting that upset to where I want to let loose that particular word. But I probably will. Well, no, I think I can manage it from this series. I bet I can. I've already done pretty well in keeping it out of my vocabulary during streams, but I think that's mostly because I have... Oh. We've got nothing to do now. Alright. Guess I'll just sit sadly in front of my house. Anyway. Next, I can't even really catch fish. Yeah, I can't really catch fish. Okay, well, I guess I'll just be here with you guys talking. How about that? I think the reason why it's gotten a lot easier to not say that word is because I'm not playing multiplayer games anymore. PvP. Specifically, PvP games. I'm not playing that anymore. And because of that, I think I have cooled down a lot. And maybe also slowed down a little bit on my swearing. Not saying I've stopped. I don't think I could ever stop. I don't think it's possible for me to stop swearing. I can slow it down. I can change, you know, like frickin' crap. Which you know, this is something else that I differ from the people that I work with as being a school bus driver. Obviously, one of the things that we try to keep a rule that is on the buses and in schools is the kids aren't allowed to swear. You know, they really shouldn't be swearing. They shouldn't be using foul language. I don't care if the kid says frickin', crap, dang it. You know, I don't care. The reason why I don't care is that the kid acknowledges at that point that it is a bad word. And yes, they're still wanting to say it, but they don't. They replace it with something else. Like how I say son of a monkey sometimes. Okay. What's so bad about that? What's so bad about the fact that they are actually acknowledging the fact that they know that it's a bad word and they're not saying it, but they still are frustrated or have that intense moment of emotion that they just need to get out? I think it's great thinking power to have actually changed it. Could they have changed that energy to not have said the word at all? Or intended to say the word at all? Maybe. But you cannot tell me that in every instance of your life, not even in your head, okay, not even in your head, have you never uttered the word under intense emotion. I'm not saying anger. Intense emotion. And that's included you saying it in your head. Because technically, I would say that's still just as bad as somebody who acknowledges the word that they're wanting to say, but at least change it to where they're not saying the actual word. Okay? It's still the same. You said it. You wanted to say it. So you're not any better than anybody else who says it out loud after an intense emotional spike. Maybe I'm shoving my foot in my mouth and being, whatever, but I'm sorry. I genuinely think everybody, at least at one point in their life, has said it at least in their mind for intense emotion at one point. And if you try to say that, like, you're someone who doesn't want to use it, or someone that doesn't use it and tries to play the I'm better than you card because I don't, but you say it in your head, you're not better. You're just hiding it. Like all the people who hide their mean thoughts inside their head. You're not any better. Just because you're not saying it doesn't mean you're not any better. I'm also talking from experience. There's been a few things where I have tightly shut my mouth over things that I had a high opinion of or harsh opinion of. I've kept my mouth shut about it because I know it was better than saying it out loud or actually adding to the situation, because at that point, sometimes that just adds to the situation in a worse way than it actually does in a more healthy way. So, anyway, if you wanted my take on swearing and foul language, there it was. That's my take. Hopefully you enjoyed this small TED Talk while we waited to have the Starry Night Festival with Leia. For all those Leia enjoyers out there! Let's wake up. Do a quick save. And go. Oh, never mind. I have to exit my house, I guess. Nick, it's me. Open up. Hi. I carried her the rest of the way in. I did it, not Daryl. How did I get here? I lured Daryl with food and he carried me. You take me home? I would love to. I would love to. You don't need to lure me with food either, okay? I will take you anywhere you want to go. I love mermaids. Why I decided not to go for the mermaid? No fucking clue. I think it's because, honestly, it's mainly because I've always really wanted to marry the Witch Princess. We don't have Starry Night Festival where I'm from. This will be fun. What? I wish we could cook. But I don't think if I cooked anything, it would matter. I think this is how it's supposed to play out, and I don't like it. I'm an asshole! Really? No dinner? I was looking forward to eating your food. Okay, I'll cook for you. My food is delicious, so look forward to it. There is no way to make the food, right? Am I, like, gaslighting myself into being an asshole? Playing the boy version. Blah, 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 blah. Enter your farmhouse, then you have to exit if you invite Sky. No. There is nothing about you cooking. I think it just plays out exactly as it is. I had fun at the Starry Night Festival with Leia. Yeah, well, I wish I wasn't a dick. Oh my god, it's 8 o'clock. Hey, Leia, you want to do it again? I'm not gonna have a snowstorm. I love the fact that she just lured Daryl with food. Daryl, you are a one-track mind, my guy. I know. Well, see, here's the thing, Leia. Maybe I would actually bring you cooked. Well, I have brought her cooked food before. I have brought her grilled fish before. I have done that. I was about to say, maybe I would cook for you more if you actually liked cooked food. Her cooked food is just not the main thing that she likes, so that's why I don't do it. Okay. Okay, now that it's not a storm, we can continue our day like everything is okie dokie. Oops. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about, like, some of the stuff that our... Why in the fuck am I tired? Does our fatigue not go down when we fucking sleep? Hello? No. Like, I didn't even get any stamina either. The fuck, man? I'm so glad I still have that bracelet right there, so I can out the game for being very, very rude. I went to bed like at technically 6 p.m. How am I not recovering anything? And then, of course, like, you can see that now that I have nothing to do, because now I don't even have to sit in the spring anymore, what else am I supposed to do other than go to bed and then apparently not recover anything after sleeping for 12 hours? Huh? Maybe it was because of the Starry Night Festival thing, right? I'll give it that. Maybe it was because of that. We won't sleep or anything today. Sleep? Ha, we do need to sleep. Oh, it's not sunny tomorrow. Damn. No, I won't, what is it? I won't go into the spring at all, right? I won't go into the spring at all today. And go right to bed after I give, what's-her-face, Witch Princess, a gift. I'll go right to bed. And we will watch the stamina. We'll put the stamina thing on and we'll watch it. It's not just stamina. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but basically the bracelet that looks at our energy reserves? We'll look at that, and we'll watch if it actually does anything. Because I don't see a reason why it couldn't if we've been asleep. Oh, looks like it'll be over a week before the baby is born. Hey, we've gotten out of the dialogue that says the baby ain't coming anytime soon. Honestly, when I first read that dialogue, by the way, how it says that it looks like the baby isn't gonna be here anytime soon or whatever it was, I honestly thought that it was gonna try to tell me that the pregnancy didn't work, even though my sheep are obviously in the spot that they should be for when they're pregnant. I thought that for some reason it was gonna say that or be like that. So that makes me feel a little bit better that yes, for sure, we will be having babies. So many babies. Okay, Wingle. You greedy bastard. I let him live, and suddenly he's like, please, I need attention, I'm starving, I'm sad. It is kind of annoying. No. I thought that the day that I picked to get 4 of my pregnant sheep ready to go was the day that I could have had the sprite already done up. But no, I actually had to go through one more cycle of all my sheep. Oh, and don't worry, it does cross my mind that actually getting sheep pregnant to fill up the barns versus just buying them outright does make me waste having more wool chances. I understand that. I get it. But I don't think it's that bad when at the end of the day, I'm still gonna have 8 more chances at getting wool every week. And apparently when I was reading about it, they have the wool come out every 8 days, not 7. I thought it was 7. No, apparently it's 8. Which sucks even more, because then that puts a damper on the amount of wool a year that I was technically... I didn't account for... Oops. I didn't account for the 1 extra day that it takes. So it is a little sad. But it is what it is at this point. I'm just so glad that we made it to the 300. Now, I know I said at the beginning of winter that I was not gonna get rid of the chicken coops if we ended up getting to the point where... If we did get to the point where we could do... If we got the 300 wool, there we go. If we got the 300 wool before the end of the year, I would not change out the coops, and I did anyway. But it's only because I saw how much farther away I was from 300 that I just got so disappointed. How long does it fucking take for this stuff to grow? Oh, 42 days. For the type of mushroom I put in there, 42 days. I'm not gonna see that forever. Alright, so we're going to bed. We're going to bed without looking at everything. 0 and 34 is what we got. If we don't get full stamina and cleared all of our fatigue, then there's something wrong here. Oh, shut up! I can't do this! Thomas, I can't do this! There's no mailbox! Leave me alone! I'm sorry, Thomas! I want to participate, but I can't. Okay, so it must have been because it was the Star Night Festival. That does make me feel a little bit better that it was because of that than anything else. What? Okay, there we go. That does genuinely make me feel better about that. Okay. Okay. I am actually gonna need to take a quick break, though. Just a quick break. And then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back from my break. Feeling good. Also, just to be on the safe side, I restarted the game. Just in case it wanted to do the random crap of crashing. God. I cannot believe how long I have to wait on mushrooms. I better be getting, like, a damn good stash of mushrooms after this. Even though, obviously, I have all the red magic grass that I could possibly need to make sure that I can continue to give gifts to the Witch Princess up until autumn. But, you know, it is still kind of nice to be giving her toadstools. Can you guys believe that after this next year, we'll be able to stop poisoning everybody? Or poisoning me? I don't know. I never really paid that close attention since the first one. If everybody... I didn't talk to everybody. I haven't talked to everybody after messing up the pot. Since I think the first time that I did it. And I cannot remember if everybody tries it or not. I mean, obviously it's not true poisoning to where people get sick. But I know my character obviously doesn't feel well after drinking it, after eating it. And I think I'm always the first one. Which, you know, at this point, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that I'm the one that fucked up the pot 4 years running. And so, now they just make me be the victim and eat it first. And then, depending on my reaction, they decide to eat it. Or not. And let me tell you, it's gonna be another year of not eating it. A lot of food is about to go to waste in autumn. It does suck that I have to wait until autumn to start getting the rest of the Witch Princess's heart events. Ah, and that's the other thing, too, that I need to explain to you guys as well. When the rest of the chickens went off to the Witch Princess, I still did not get her celebrating it. So I don't know if it's because I had so many days where more than one animal went to her at once. Went to her in one day. And that's why the count is messed up. Or because, as I read before from somebody else when I was looking it up, they took it out of the game for the North American version because of it, you know, kind of not being the greatest thing to have somebody in the game celebrating that the animals have left the farm. So I'm pretty sure it's because of that, more or less. Hey, more sheep to shear. Oh yeah, and whatever barn, because I don't want to do the same barn full of sheep to do for getting pregnant. So whether it's this one or the other one, whichever one ends up getting their wool back up, that's the one that we'll do for getting pregnant. Now, I will find it very funny when I do go and when the sheep do, get born. I'm immediately separating them from their mothers. Or technically, in the one instance of the sheep that ended up in the barn that they're all gonna go to, the one sheep that went there, I'm gonna be separating the mother from the kid that time around, because the kid's gonna stay in that barn. The mother's gonna leave. I don't even know if you were happy about that. I might have hit the end button too soon, who knows? I wasn't paying that close attention. But I'm obviously not trying to get every small piece of wool anymore with these guys. I'm just gonna get to large and then just end it. I am trying to find little things here and there to help make the process go just slightly faster. No. Just slightly faster. But hey, now it's gonna be like just real quick going back and forth between taking care of the animals and going to bed. Because now that I don't need to sit in the spring anymore, the only day that matters on doing anything, fuck you, extra, is Tuesday. And I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything in spring either, besides every fucking recording, huh? You guys have to be annoying every recording? Every fucking recording. It's also getting worse every time, too. More and more of them are just refusing to cooperate. Come on. I don't care how tired you are. It don't matter. Apparently, I just don't shake my mic enough to make the game happy. And it is... Oh, I didn't even put one in here. It is kind of frustrating, though, that it didn't work. Or that I didn't get the large milk, because... Fuck. I had done so well on getting the large milk this entire recording, even while I was talking a little bit, and then the last day that I planned to do is where it all falls apart. It just all falls apart. And maybe there will be one day that I don't lose my mind when it happens. I don't think that'll happen, though. Ooh, we're gonna need to buy chicken feed soon. Alright, sorry, you've been demoted to... You've been demoted to red grass, witch princess. Which is fine, because you still like it anyway. Oh, today's Saturday. We gotta turn everything... We gotta turn everything in, and we gotta see where we're at with the yams. Because at least this time around, you know, we've actually done... I've done several days without you guys. So it should be very easy at this point to see... Or we'll actually see a difference with the yam count. Throw it away. Okay, I might still be a little upset about what happened earlier. I might. There's just a chance. How many yams? Can we be... Oh, we're over 10,000. Alright, guys. How long has it been since I've been working on yams? Do that amount of time, 10 times more. But I do plan on this autumn being the autumn that we do a lot of extra yams. Even though it will drive me nuts, we don't have to worry about sitting in the spring anymore. And I'm also hoping that by then we should have our 50,000 fish. Okay, how about this? What if we looked at how much fish we've shipped? Right? Let's look at how many of each one. Well, it's already starting out bad because some of these guys aren't in the thousands. Fuck. I'll say 900. 31. 57. 62. 64. 74. 86. 95. Shit. No, 81. 85. 88. 96. 20,000? 10,000? I think that's 10,000 at that point, right? Yeah, 10,000. 10-2, 10-8. 10-9. 11-3. 11-8. 12-4. 12-6. 12-9. 13-1. 13-2. 13-7. 17-7? Okay, I'm getting the calculator out at this point. Okay, 17-7. Yeah, okay, sure. Plus 1,700. Again, I'm not gonna do the other numbers just because I don't care. I'm just basically doing the 100s. I'm doing it by 100s. Plus 200. Plus 300. Plus 100. Did you guys like my attempt at sum math? Plus 800. Plus 100. Plus 2,000. 2,300. Plus 1,500. Plus 800. Plus 800 again. Plus 1,400. Plus 1,000. Plus 23. Plus 22. Oh, that was my one fossil fish. plus 23. I don't know if these count. They probably do, but they're not the... Okay, so that after rough math, not doing every single number, so obviously it is going to be it's going to be lower. The number I'm about to tell you is lower than what we actually have, because at the time I wasn't going to do all that math, and then it started getting too high. So if I did the in my head math correctly, and then my calculator math correctly, we're at 37,100. Which is good. And with my fishing team being close to being maxed out in experience, I'm going to assume that maybe that means we do... Okay, yeah, they're maxed. They all look maxed out to me for the bar. Yeah, okay. I think we should get that before August, because I plan on doing a lot of August stuff. And I want to do the healing team. But I also don't want to pick up all those yams myself. So I'll probably do 1 week of the healing team just to help me get it watered and tilled. And then after that, I might honestly just use the harvesting team. I think I'll just use the harvesting team as much as it'll suck. And maybe I could start doing, like... Why can't I just do 2 teams at once? Fuck! Yeah. God, I miss Friends of Mineral Town mechanics with the sprites so much. Yeah. I'll try to get the harvesting team some experience with the months coming up. I don't really want to water the shit, though. I'll give them some experience. It won't be a lot of crops that I'll plant for them in spring and summer, but I'll plant some, so then that way I'm not watering a lot. And I'll let them get harvesting experience. Will it work? I don't know. No, we can't. Because I need the fishing team. Bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't gone to bed yet, I think. Right? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I really don't want to do, again, all that effort to pick the freaking yams. When playing these older games again, it really makes you miss some of the way, God dang it, some of the ways that they made it better. They made quality of life changes. Even if they still stuck true to the original form pretty well at times, or they didn't, like, stray too far from the original mechanics. It's still better than playing the old games straight out. So, I don't know. I would like to, but if I do it, I'm gonna spend all goddamn day picking yams. Or, yeah, I'm gonna be spending all day picking yams. We'll see how it goes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this part. I will be back the next time around, I promise, by the cooking festival, which is what damn day? What day again? I think it's the 14th, right? Nope, that's spring Thanksgiving. Holy crap. Well, okay. We'll be back at least by the duck festival, because I'd still like to see if we can have one of our animals win something. So we'll do the duck festival, which is the 18th. I do not believe we will mess around with spring Thanksgiving unless this spring that's coming up somehow lands. I can't look. Somehow lands on Wednesday. No, I think it would need to be Tuesday. I think it would need to be Tuesday. What is it anyway? 1. Okay, so this is the 7th. So if this is the 7th. 14th? You know what? I'll try it. I'll try to give Leia, obviously Leia and the Witch Princess, something on Spring Thanksgiving. I'll try it. We'll be there for a little bit, just so you guys can check out the Spring Thanksgiving, but obviously the bulk of the video will be the Duck Festival and cooking, or the bulk of next week's video will be the Duck Festival and the cooking contest. So, hopefully, I'll see you guys next week when we do that, and I'm also hoping you enjoyed this part. Thank you so much for all your support, whether it's commenting, liking, sharing, or subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. See you next week. Still don't know how to end these videos.